Welcome to Window Shop with Car and Driver. This is the show where we give ourselves a challenge and shop for cars online and then judge each other's picks and argue about them. This week's topic is based on winter beaters. Joey Caparella recently bought a Lexus, which he now deems too nice to drive through the winter. So we have been tasked with finding a winter beater for him to drive through the next Michigan winter. The budget is $2,000, and the closer we could get to Joey in Michigan, the closer we could find a car to Joey in Michigan, the better. And Joey, you also wanted a manual transmission, is that right?
Yeah, I'm looking for a manual.
Okay,
so this is mainly just out of boredom. I really just want an excuse to buy another car.
Lockdown's got us all kind of bored, huh?
Yeah.
So this week we're joined by Roberto Baldwin, Casey Colwell,
Hello.
and Jonathan Ramsey. And Joey, since this challenge is for you, why don't you go first and show us what your ideal is? So if you want to
Okay,
go.
so the car I found is pretty much exactly what I'm looking for, except for two things. So it's cheap, it's all-wheel drive, it's a manual, and it's a Subaru. The only thing I would prefer is if it were closer, because this one's in North Carolina, and if it were a wagon, because I think that's better. But
A good car's worth the trip, lots of miles.
it's a lot of miles, but I figured that like if a car has made it to this many miles, you know, what's a few thousand more?
He's also a
Few
Subaru
thousand, you're
fan.
going to drive it a few hundred.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
drive
you
it
do.
down.
Look at the Subaru. He's got that WRX, and then he also has another Subaru. You're buying it from a
so this-
Subaru fan.
This person knows what they're doing.
If they know what they're doing, what happened to that hood?
Although that, wait, what's that SUV? Never mind.
It's an Outback.
It's an Outback.
No. The Mitsubishi.
Oh, it's an Outlander.
It's an Outlander.
That's a little bit questionable taste.
Mm.
But I really like this generation of the Legacy. It's $1,400. I've heard that the 2.2 liter engine is better than the later 2.5 liter engine for like head gasket reasons. I mean, I only vaguely know, but I've heard that from Subaru people. Who I don't know if you can trust them or not, but that's what I've heard.
And why are you like dead set on all-wheel drive? I mean, aren't you
No,
gonna
I'm not.
immediately slap like good winter tires on it?
I'd get winter tires regardless. It's just, I mean, I just like the idea of a Subaru.
You've got enough money in the budget.
I don't like new Subarus, but I like old Subarus.
Now, would you want, so for me, a winter beater is a one season thing and then I get rid of it. So it's like a fun way to cycle through weird cars.
Yeah, and then I'd sell it at the. So that's another reason that Subaru is a positive for me, because I feel like it'd be really easy to sell at the end, because who doesn't want a Subaru these days?
Definitely in Ann Arbor.
In Ann Arbor, of all places. So that's another reason why I was looking at these, because I feel like if anything, I could, you know, make somewhat of a profit. I don't know.
But you're definitely okay with boring.
Boring is fine, but
Right.
that's why I want a manual, because I
Right.
think
Let's be clear.
manual. Boring is a plus, if anything. But I want a manual because I feel like a manual makes even a boring car somewhat.
I'm hoping my pick is sort of borderline boring, but I'm hoping somebody else has picked something really boring for
It's
you.
really leaned into boring.
Yeah.
And what kind of Lexus do you have that's too
I have a
valuable?
GS.
for-
I have a GS 300. It's, you know, it's mostly that it hasn't been driven in winter before, and I don't want to be the one to ruin it.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's in pretty decent shape.
It doesn't have any rust, so one winter would ruin that.
Yeah, and you could ice race that too, which would be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Although the all-wheel drive class is very competitive.
Maybe I should get a front-wheel drive car then.
Yeah, I tried real hard to find a Honda Fit because I ice raced a Honda Fit with great success one season.
That would definitely be the most fun you'd ever have in a Legacy L.
I'm down. Sounds good to me. Okay,
All
so
right.
who can top this? Who's
I
next?
think we all probably can. All right, Casey, you want to go next? Share your screen, see what you brought us.
Yeah, I sure will. I gotta make sure I got it up. Yeah, so I didn't know that you were really hunting for a manual. Otherwise, I would have
It was in the
abided.
invite.
But I declined it because I didn't think I was going to be able to make it.
Oh,
So
so you
it's
didn't go
long.
back to it. Yeah.
So
No.
instead, got this beautiful 1985 S-Class
Very
S-Class
nice.
one should be here. I like the sound of that.
280 SC.
380.
380, excuse me, Ken. 380 SE. You know,
Well,
this
we've
is
got
just
the
a
screenshot
big,
of the spec.
massive sedan. You know this thing's gonna warm up quick. It's V8. You know, it's gonna be nice and
That's a
toasty.
plus.
The one minus is that it is missing this window.
No problem.
No problem. But again, you got plenty of budget to.
But that's
to
gonna
source a window.
double. That's gonna double the budget. $500
Yeah.
for a
500
W124 window.
Nah, you can get it at a junkyard. Just put some cardboard up on it. Just as Joey said,
I
leave
would fit
it
right in
per
and
liter.
I mean, yeah,
You're saying 0 to 80 in 6 seconds?
I don't know what that means. What is that?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this, you know, this is considered a classical car.
80 what? There's no
Talk
units
for
on
me.
the 80.
Look at the bottom.
No,
Talk
it
for
is.
me.
It is from this, which is so it's 0 to 80
kilometers.
Yeah.
Oh.
kph.
Yeah, because these are
0 to
these are
60
really
in
tough.
8 seconds.
The 380s they're 4-speed automatics, but they're
Yeah.
like 150 horsepower. Now that's a European version. The 380s are like 150 horsepower.
But yeah, I don't know. It kind of jumped out at me as a car I would love to bomb around in one way.
They're beautiful, beautiful.
And they are
V8
beautiful.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who is this? A Bruno
Sacco.
Yeah.
Sacco? Yeah.
How do you think it would look with the set of Steelies and winter tires on it?
No, you just put what you. So you'd spend money on Steelies?
Nah, just put them on the bunts.
Put them on these.
I could put them on this. Yeah.
It's got an airbag. That is an early airbag.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think this was a post. This was like the first year they had this car was on sale for like 12 years, right? Something like that. I think it was like the longest running S-Class,
Yeah.
and it went
Longer
through
than
2
that.
refreshes, and I think this is an early of the second refresh.
Was it?
Where is it?
Yeah, it's closer to Tony than it is to you.
I'll go get it for you, Joey, as part of the deal.
Okay, we
That
can
was
meet
also part of the
halfway.
challenge. Was the closer to Joey, the better. But
Yeah.
Let's meet halfway.
At some point, an ambassador was picked up at the airport in this car.
it had flags on the fender. At one.
Yeah, we could get some flags. We get some car and driver flags for you.
It is. It's a King Jaffe Jaffer.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah.
And
You know,
that's-
there's a sequel to that coming out that I think they
that's King
shot
Jaffa
already.
Joffer.
What?
That's King Jaffa Joffer.
That's what I said.
Need to get his name right.
It's
Yeah.
Jaffe Jaffer, isn't it? What am I
Did-
saying?
No, did you hear me?
Well, that-
Do you know there's a sequel to that coming out?
Oh,
I'm not getting these references.
that's
It's Coming to America. You have not seen Coming to America? Okay,
I
everyone
love-
pause this episode right now. Rip over to Netflix, watch Coming to America, and then come back, and this will be
Yeah,
much
that's my
better.
assignment for
Wow.
tonight.
Yeah, and then Casey's your automatic winner.
Be convinced
Fantastic movie.
All right, thank you, Casey. I like it. It needs more rose petals. All right, Roberto. According to my list, you are next, sir.
So instead of going with the sort of weird thing that I would typically pick, I saw a lot of Saabs that I was interested in. I decided to, because I'm getting something for Joey, that I would find something for Joey.
Cool. Good.
So
Tailored to my tastes. Yep,
Ooh.
you
a
nailed it.
and all-wheel drive, manual transmission, leather seats. Yeah, you got a little rust here.
Not so bad.
You had him at Toyota.
Yeah,
Yeah, you had a RAV4, certainly.
Ooh, Vassar.
Vassars. You know, like
Oh,
inside
it's a
one
little
of
bit
these,
complicated.
inside one of the interior, like in the glove box, there's probably some sort of illicit drug.
Depends on what state you're in.
Wait,
Yeah, totally.
a clearly Canadian sticker on
Yeah,
there.
I like that too. I like that it's I think it's called the RAV4L or something, so it has the single body color and the leather seats.
The leather
Doesn't
seat.
have that
yeah.
Loaded model, but with a manual. That's pretty good.
How
That's
do you
sweet.
know 20-year-old RAV4 option breakdowns like
There's
that?
something wrong with me, clearly.
It's the L. I knew the L had leather.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, the L has leather is one thing, but the L was monotone and not
Of
two-tone.
course. How could you not know that?
I mean, that would just
'Cause you
But
would
I would know that I would read that and it would have never sunk in.
like this would have been black if it wasn't
Yeah.
the
Right, or unpainted. Yeah,
Body
wasn't it
color.
like just unpainted plastic?
Oh, like the official car of Ypsilanti.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What? So it has.
Yeah, it's broken,
has a
isn't
spare
it?
tire on it.
It has a
Okay,
spare tire.
fifth gear doesn't work.
What?
Yeah. You don't need
That's
fifth gear.
Power steering doesn't work.
Power
It
steering.
doesn't work.
Oh no! There's a
See,
lot.
I saw some cheap
Doesn't
cars
work.
with air conditioning that didn't work, which is fine, but heater
Wait
not
a minute.
working.
The
Not
heater.
Not if you're going to try and sell that in the spring.
Well, that's true.
And then the heater not working would be a nightmare in the winter.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Roberto, it's not California. The winters are pretty brutal in Michigan.
Pretty bad.
Well, see, what happened was that I found this on another site and it didn't have that heater not working thing. So it just
Sure.
That's the full-
like
Wait.
I saw a couple other cars where the heater wasn't working. I'm like, well, that's just cruel.
A great local non-highway driver. That
If you were just driving back and forth, you don't need fifth gear.
I mean, I probably wouldn't take it on the highway much.
W126 with no windows looked a lot better now.
I don't know. No one's beaten my Subaru yet.
What?
Yeah. But I will say it was kept in the it's kept in the garage. So this
Or
is
at
a
least once it was.
which is nice. And it's only 60 miles away.
Oh, it's close.
That's in
better.
Perrysburg.
It's close.
I know people there.
Well, I'm glad it's close because he doesn't have fifth gear.
or heat.
I'm gonna have to take the back roads back.
Yeah, 60 backwards. Always be ready to pass. That's what
Yeah, what do you think that RAV4 revs at in fourth gear at like 60 miles per hour? Probably pretty high.
I would think so. Yeah. Probably revving around $4,000.
Yeah, about $4,000. 200, but you know what? It's only got 244,000 miles, which for a Toyota, it's just broken in.
I think that Subaru had 247, so
That's a little bit past broken in
a little
first.
better.
I've owned a bunch of Subarus, and yeah.
But if you got everything working on this, I would think that you could sell it for way more than you bought it for, because these do have good value. I mean, these hold their value pretty well. People
Yeah.
always want them.
Yeah, the heater
It
fan,
takes some work.
that's probably not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, blower motor is easy enough to.
Yeah. And
If
it's
that's,
also-
if that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's
that's
also
what it is.
under-
And it's not like a crazy, like you got to remove the whole IP to get at it or
Right.
something. But
I mean, that's a good argument for the whole boredom thing, because if I have, nothing to do, I can just work on my RAV4 and get it ready for the spring.
Yeah, it'd be so.
Not drive for the winter in your winter beater. Well, what are you going to get
yeah, you're
around?
gonna get your winter beater ready all winter. Yeah.
Sell it.
My winter beater is just my winter project.
Honestly, it sounds like something I would do.
I think replacing a window on an S-Class would be a lot easier.
Yeah, you just have a guy come over.
All right. Thank you, Roberto. Mr. Ramsey, what have you brought Mr. Caparella?
I have brought Mr. Caparella because last week I found out about Mr. Caparella's obsession with pedigree. So I bought him.
Wait. Oh,
Wait, you have the floor, Casey? What was that? What was
no,
I gonna
no.
do?
I was like, wait, what
Saw
about
the
pedigree?
car
I was like pedigree. The first thing I thought it was pedigree dog food, and I was like, wait, what? So it's okay.
LH, baby. I think this is our
Yeah.
first LH car. I don't think we've ever had an LH car on the show.
Yeah,
Bob Lutz called the premier the spiritual father of the LH platform.
Okay.
Literally, because Chrysler bought AMC after AMC did this car with Renault.
Right. So they badged it an Eagle. Yeah, but okay. But it
I
has
once had a
into the
conversation with Bob
Eagle.
Lutz about the LH, and we also talked about an Eagle Premier. Ergo, pedigree.
I mean, and the design from the Lamborghini Portofino concept. So you've got AMC, you've got Renault, you've got Lamborghini, and then you get the Chrysler.
really
I had
connecting dots
completely
here.
forgotten about that thing.
That's cool.
I mean, I think the Concorde sells itself. I don't think you really
Oh,
need that
yeah.
whole introduction. I
Oh,
think
Again,
yeah.
this was
Yeah, you
to
don't even
use
have
a
to- the
man
design
pedigree.
speaks for itself.
And this is now, I don't know how many miles are on it. The listing said 1. I
It
figured
looks like it's in great shape.
Yeah.
What was like the sporty version of this?
I think it was called the LHS.
LHS, is that what
Yeah.
it was? Yeah.
There's the
'Cause there
LHS.
was the Concorde, the New Yorker, the LHS, and then later there was the 300M.
Eagle had the
The
Eagle
Vision.
had a premiere as well.
And then there was the
They had the
Intrepid.
Vision. They had the Vision.
Was
Yeah,
there
but-
a Plymouth
yeah,
version
Eagle
of the
Vision.
LHS?
Eagle had no vision.
No, I didn't get the note about a manual transmission, but I mean, look at this interior.
It's not an auto stick, is it? Or that
No,
must be
Or
before.
it's just a regular
I
stick.
think that was only on the Eagles, at least initially on the first gen
Mm-hmm.
LHs.
That is
Have you
clean.
So clean though.
Look
you-
at that
that-
shifter gate.
Have you
Exactly. Look at
Have
that.
you guys driven or sat in one of these? They're gigantic inside.
They are big.
Yeah, and you won't, Joey, you won't need an air freshener because it already smells like Cheap Trick and Michael Bolton. So they're going to be. And look,
Really clean. I'm really impressed.
a brand new set of Douglas. These are fantastic all-season tires.
Those are probably qualify as winter tires.
It's
Yeah.
not like the cheapest tire at Walmart.
I don't think those qualify as all season tires.
That, I
I
don't.
think they're barely tires.
All
Look at that. But they're new. That's what matters. And they're shiny.
That's all that matters.
shiny and new.
It's pretty good.
It's
And
really
you-
good.
Joey,
Except for that front fender
Yeah.
Well, it's a
I mean, it's
beater.
a winter beater.
that might make contact with the wheel when you go to lock.
there's a little bit of rust under the
Yeah.
The rear door.
rear door.
So how much is it again?
1250.
1,500?
Let's see the listing.
Does that
Now-
does it really work?
$1,250.
Okay, if you were to go ice race this, that would be
Amazing.
kind of legendary.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
that would
no
be
one
worth
would pass you because you'd be taking up the entire lane.
Well, it's you run against the clock, so but
So yeah, there's
Where
not
is
much.
it? Oh, Kansas City.
Yeah, it's a little
How
distant.
far is that? That's pretty far.
I think it's totally worth it. You're at 475 under average retail. You've got.
it's been there for 30 years.
I think it's saying the dealership's been there for 30.
I
um,
know, Joey.
so
Have you been to Silver Eagle Auto Mall? Did you Google them to see if they had more information on this bad boy?
they did not. This is Silver Eagle, and it has less information on the dealer site than on Craigslist.
And
So
it's the same
Oh,
photo.
can we get a Google Street View of this address?
let's
Oh,
see.
no, I was kidding. I didn't really mean it.
Yeah, I was like,
She's ready to go.
but I mean, 161 horsepower, 181 pound-feet of torque, 3.3 liter V6. That's yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
pretty darn good. I will.
You checked all the boxes.
Okay, well, we'll have to see what Joey thinks at the end, Jonathan. I think it's very
Right.
Joey. All right. I guess I'm up. Prepare to be wowed. I found can you guys see that?
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
1990 E34
Oh, yeah.
525i with the M20 engine. So it's a very reliable engine. And what I liked about this is the guy seems very knowledgeable. It's like a decently well-written listing. And he says, timing belt replaced at regular 40,000 mile intervals.
Wow,
Last replaced
okay.
December 18th at
Oh
259,000.
my God, that's 274,000 miles.
Yeah, but the M20s are great. I mean, they're not
Yeah.
complicated engines. They're low compression. They want valve adjustments and they want timing belts and fresh oil. And if you do that, they last forever. And these, I just think the E34s are so beautifully built.
Yeah, that's a beautiful car.
That's it.
It's got a dent.
It's got a dent,
His daughter backed into it, I guess.
Oh,
But it doesn't look rusty.
It's pretty clean, yeah.
There might be some rust here and under the door, it looks like. But the interior looks super clean. It's got the original BMW mats. It doesn't have,
nice for how many miles.
something's going on back here with the glue, but
There's a little rust there.
is
but
it
that
tiny?
looks-
I think that's just surface rust, I hope.
yeah.
Is
I
that
mean, I
glue
don't mind a
or is
little
that-
rust. It's just gonna
The
get.
leather's gone.
The leather's a little dry,
Yeah.
but it's a manual.
We can call
No
McGuire's.
warning
They can
lights.
set you up.
Seems to be idling fine. No warning lights. Original radio. These are all good
Oh,
signs that the car's
yeah.
well loved. It's never fallen into like,
The
teenage-
fog lights are not on.
Wow, that's shift knob. How do they keep that so clean?
I think it's a later shift knob from a later BMW. I don't think it was the OEM shift knob. I thought about that too. Or this shift knob even looks like it's off like a VW maybe?
That does look very
The font
VW.
doesn't look BMW to me.
It's either VW or Korean. It might be a Hyundai shift knob.
Or just aftermarket.
There's the lovely M20, 168 horsepower.
I bet it
Wow,
sounds
look at that intake.
Yeah.
It looks like something. It looks like Stargate.
So that's
Wow,
it.
I like this.
And then Joey, I also, because this
Where is
car,
it? Oh, Connecticut.
Where is it?
it's in Connecticut. So this car is under budget at $1,500, and I found you some snow tires for it for
Nice.
$334. And I found you some 15-inch BMW wheels from a different 5 Series, from a later 5 Series. So you'll update the look of it. And then
Oh wow, it's got all 4 of the covers too.
yeah, and this is how much do they want for these? 180. These are in Southfield, so at least their wheels are close to you. You get the tires, you get the car, you're under $2,000, manual E34. It'll last you one winter, and then you can easily sell it, or you can sell it to me, and I'll make it a Lemons car.
That's a good
This is
option.
a hard sell, Tony.
Wow.
You
Buy
don't
it from
get
you.
a general
You buy
manager
it for
next.
1,500. I'll buy it then for 5.
We can negotiate that. I did find it.
Yeah, you get a finder's fee.
All right, Joey, it is time to, I guess, how are we going to do this? I guess we can judge each other's picks. I don't know. Joey, you just want to judge our picks?
Yeah, I'll judge everyone's pick.
Okay.
You should rank them, Joey. You should rank our picks.
Okay, I'll do that.
Is this a
okay,
rank
well,
out?
Well, how do
Yeah.
we judge Joey's legacy against the other cars?
Should I buy it or not?
No.
Leg.
I mean, realistically, I'm probably not going to buy anything. But
If it was the wagon, I would totally. But
well, I found a wagon yesterday, but it was gone by today. So
yeah, there's a wagon. There's that generation wagon down the street from my house, and I'm keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
okay,
Joey, who went first? Casey, you had the W126 380S.
Wait, well, Joey's got to rank them.
yeah, okay, I'll rank them. So I would think in last place is that Rav4, sadly, because the heater doesn't work.
The heater? Don't you have
You can't,
sweater?
you can't have a winter beater with no heater.
You have a sweater, don't you?
Sounds like a slogan.
That's gonna be a blip shift shirt.
Can I market that to them? Let's see. Next worst, I think probably the Mercedes because it's so far away.
Oh, it is far.
And
Yeah,
it's
but
not
Tony
really
could
my
get it.
style, I don't know.
It could
Dude,
become your style.
It's not Japanese enough. No, I'm just kidding. It's a nice car. I don't think it's worth the trip.
Jonathan's getting excited.
Yeah, he's rubbing his hands.
I think Jonathan's Chrysler is next.
Oh,
Okay, I like it a lot. It looks great. It's really clean, great price. The dealer is a little bit of a downside. I don't really want to go negotiating with a dealer.
And we don't know what the mileage is either.
negotiate with a dealer. Really? Oh my goodness. Okay.
There's paperwork. There's stuff to deal with. I don't want to go all the way to Kansas City only to deal with the scumbags at whatever auto mall.
We don't know that. They might be okay, guys.
Yeah,
They've been on a hillside for 30 years. They want to be your friend.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
I'm just being pessimistic about dealerships. But yeah, it's a great car, just not necessarily the experience. And then Tony,
I think it sounds like I sold you.
really nice. Yeah,
Look, Connecticut's not much closer than Kansas
and
City.
he went to the effort of finding me some winter tires and wheels. So that was a big bonus for me.
And the wheels are in Southfield.
Yeah, and that's not far.
Gotta
make my way to
Chrysler
Connecticut.
already has Douglas tires on it. It already has
Yeah.
brand new
Talk about
Douglas.
pedigree. That's a good tire brand right there.
I heard Douglas won Le Mans.
Boom. There you go.
In a Chrysler.
That's right.
All things that will never happen.
Yeah, so I think Tony wins this round.
Okay.
Not that I'm gonna go out to Connecticut and buy it tomorrow, but
I think you should.
You should, and then sell to Tony at the end for Le Mans.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Hopefully that was a short enough episode that people actually watched to this point.
No, they didn't.
All right. Subscribe and like. See you guys next week.
We can subscribe.